9 people have been arrested in connection with last night's blast in Eastleigh, in which people were seriously injured. The suspects are currently being interrogated by the anti-terrorism police in various locations in Nairobi. The blasts occurred in a bar situated in Muratina Road within the densely populated Eastleigh estate. Police suspect the explosives were hurled at the bar from a nearby building, which is a suspected hideout for terrorists. Security agents managed to discover an elaborate communication system in one of the houses close to the scene of the blast. We've been able to reconnect with Angel Katusia, who, as we mentioned earlier, is currently in Eastleigh following up on that story, and she now brings us the very latest. Angel Katusia, I know you have information of on what's currently going on in Eastleigh as we speak.
Yes, it is. Good afternoon. We are at the Buffalo Guest House where the grenade explosions happened late last night, injuring 2 people. There is nothing much happening at the exact point of the explosion. However, a team of security agencies, among them CID officers, anti-terrorism police led by the Sarel OCPD, at a nearby building where the explosions are said to have been thrown from. It is the same building that police arrested 9 people from yesterday night. They are interrogating more occupants of that house. We've not been able to know exactly what the police are asking them, but we are still waiting to know what the occupants will have to say in connection with the explosion that happened yesterday.
All right, Angel, as of yesterday, we only knew of 1 casualty and, of course, several people who were injured and 2 very seriously. Do you have any figures that have altered? Has anyone else succumbed, or do the figures remain as were?
People who are at the bar also say only 2 people were seriously injured. One of them was rushed to the Kenyatta National Hospital. The other one was rushed to a local hospital here in Eastleigh. The others, there was just a mayhem during the explosion, but only 2 were confirmed to have been seriously injured at that moment.
All right. And there's a feeling that every Sunday Kenyans should almost be expecting an explosion to happen. What is the feeling with the people of Eastleigh area?
We've talked to a number of people who reside in buildings surrounding the bar where the explosion happened yesterday night. They say actually there were 3 grenades that were thrown to the particular bar. 1 did not detonate, 2 detonated, hurting the 2 people. They are saying police presence have been not very much. Remember, this is a place where it's few meters where the mosque explosion that injured the MP Yusuf Hassan happened, and they say security is not very good. They are scared that every other Sunday it's becoming a routine to have an explosion. Most of them, especially those are non-Somalis, say that Italy is becoming a very insecure place to reside.
All right, thank you very much, Angel Katusia. She's currently following that story for us. You should watch it in our subsequent bulletins. But right now, I'm joined by Simiu Erunga. He is a security, should I call you analyst or expert? A security analyst, right. So perhaps the very first question should be, where are we going wrong as a country?
I think we need to ask the Kenya police what they've been doing since the military went to Somalia. Because when we look at what we understand by national security implications, it means when the government sends its military across the border, then the other portion of the national security covers internal security.
Right.
And we expect that when we knew we were sending our military forces to Somalia, the internal organs of national security should have upped their game. What we are seeing is that these people are now creating a siege mentality to Kenyans. Kenyans are no longer safe, they don't feel safe, they fear what is going to happen, and it is devastating to a nation that is just preparing to go into an election the way we are prepared.
All right, you're talking about the police not doing their part, not doing it well enough.
Yeah.
But what about members of the public? Because security is a collective responsibility. Are we as concerned as we should be?
You see, we agree what you are saying, but as a government, it must come up with structures and mechanisms in which it has to relate and work with the public.
Yeah.
We might be willing to do so much but we don't have the structures within which we need to work with the government. It should be a deliberate effort from the government to create structures, because these things are happening now for the last 1.5 years. We need to have had structures in this country deliberately created by the government to engage the public in ensuring that they participate in ensuring that terrorism and militia activities do not spread in this country.
All right, you're saying 1.5 years of terrorist activities as they're being dubbed. What effect does that have long-term on a country?
One, it creates fear. People are generally fearful of what is going to happen. You create a siege mentality. People in this country now, even going to church, they are not sure that they'll come back alive. Secondly and thirdly, business. People who want to invest in this country will never want to come, because they are never sure what is going to happen if we continue having grenade attacks. What might happen could be major explosions, because we know these people gradually tend to do things in the effort of ensuring that they cause a lot of damage to the country. So I think those are the three things a country goes through: siege mentality, fear for the unknown, and basically lack of investment.
All right. And finally, if you were given the position of, I don't know, chief of staff or even the head of state, what would you do differently, especially given your background in security, to change the situation as it is currently? One,
engage Kenyans. Make them believe they are part of this problem. Make them believe that making sure...
Do you not think that there's enough engagement as it is?
I don't think so. And this is something I've spoken in very serious forums. Engage Kenyans, work with Kenyans under structured mechanisms where people in this country know, yes, it is our civic duty to ensure we are safe. But we also know that there's a structure within which, when I'm doing my civic duty, I'm able to contribute effectively to ensuring that our country is safe.
Okay, so engage Kenyans, that was one.
Yes.
The second one?
Create structures where Kenyans can feel engaged with the government to ensure that they participate in matters of national security. And thirdly, I think we need to equip our security forces properly. As far as I'm concerned, or where I stand from, I think the government has not done much in ensuring that our security organs are properly equipped to deal with current crime trends in the world.
Thank you very much for making time to be with us this afternoon. Smiyu Erunga, he is a security analyst. And now we move back to matters of politics. It is the season after all. And